Hi nurses considering working in USA and wondering if it's the right time to do it, considering everything that's happening politically. Yes, I would always say yes. My name is Priscilla Kumar, the lead consultant for USRN Pathway Consult. Shout out to all the nurses that are with our consult. If you haven't done that yet and you want to be one of the nurses, we can help you navigate the USA nursing process. You are a registered nurse in another country and you want to get a license in USA. You want to be able to work in USA, or you just want to have a backup license for the future, not necessarily move to the USA right away. And you are wondering what the process entails. Is the timing good for me? Will I restart life all over again? Will I find a job? Will my kids get a good school? Will I find a new safe neighborhood? Will my spouse find a job? Is it even worth throwing all the years that I've invested in this country that I am to go start afresh in America? Most of these questions, you gotta be able to answer these questions for yourself, because our goals are different, our family goals are different, career goals are very different, spouse's goals might be different, and you might have already achieved a lot where you are. But if you still desperately want to be in America, it's always been your dream country, nothing, absolutely not stop you from doing that. My consult is www.usrnpathwayconsult.com. That is where you can find us. If you want to work in USA, we can show you the way to put your paperwork together, how to do your evaluations, how to get your resume well prepared, where to write NCLEX, when to write NCLEX, what kind of tuition or preparation you need before you can write NCLEX, and the jobs, what contract is good, what contract is not good, direct hire, contract, whatever. We'll be able to navigate that for you. I have missed everybody. I know you've missed me too, and I'm here again to share this video. The concerns of long waiting periods, aka retrogression. It's better to be in line than not to be in line at all, and I always tell nurses that get in line. Focus on what you have to do, and the one that you don't have control over, leave it for whoever's job it is to get you what you need. Do your part, start the process, study, get your license done, pass your NCLEX, the boards, and find the right employer or recruiter or contract, and then let the immigration and USCIS do their part. Is it nurses still in demand? Yes, nurses are still in demand. Even though sometimes you might be looking for a particular job in a particular field, it's hard to get in because it's highly competitive and whatever. Just keep getting all the certifications, BLS, Basic Life Support, ACLS, PALS, NRP, whatever you need to be able to put yourself in a better position to make yourself marketable. Get as much certification as you need. If you do self-sponsorship, you are able to do this process by yourself. You are able to pay for this process by yourself, and you have the right to decide who your employer should be and how much you should earn. When you meet with an employer, you should be able to bargain, because if you don't speak, they can offer you any rate. I am recently in the bargaining field where every 13 weeks I have to find a new job, because all those who already know that I do travel nursing, I've been doing that for some years now, and you always have to bargain your contract. You always have to tell them how much you think your skills are worth, how much you think this job is worth, and how much they should pay you. Visa immigration process is very lengthy. It can take between 2 to 4 years. Now most people are doing H-1B visa. It's very fast, between 4 to 6 months you can get into the US, but you did a bachelor's degree. You have to do your research, and you have to surround yourself with people who have the same goal, people who are on this journey, or people who have done this before. Some of us have taken the lead. Before my time, there was nobody showing me how to do this process. As I said, I had to figure it out by myself. Or it's on the website of how UPC, my consult, USRN Pathway Consult, came to be. So it's not too late. If you've done this before and you failed, you can still retake it. You face rejection, you can still start the process all over again. Just make sure your life is straightforward, your stories are not cumbersome, you don't have any fake visas in your passport. We've tried applying to the US Embassy a couple times, and with different stories every time. Those things are always what is going to affect you when it comes to getting a visa. But yes, it is still worth pursuing the USA nursing dream. If you have a diploma or you are a midwife, you are worried, you are a psychiatry nurse, you are worried about visa screen certificate. If you haven't gone to school yet, try and get a BSN, get a Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree. Make sure it's general nursing, as they call it in most countries, or adult nursing. Have that as your top up in addition, and then you can evaluate both together or as an add-on. You do that to get your visa screen certificate. There are so many English tests that you can take. If you've taken IELTS several times and you're failing and you think it's not working, you can find out which other one is accepted. TOEFL, TOEFL is accepted. Sometimes Cambridge. There are so many out there. Go to the state website. Do yourself a favor every day, at least. If you want to use Virginia Board of Nursing, go to their website every day just to read and see what the new changes are, because these websites are updating so fast. They are changing the rules so fast, and you want to be able to be updated. So read on the website, see what the processes are, see what they are accepting. Are they accepting evaluation from ERUS or CGFNS or FET or PFT or whatever? Just read and see what they are asking for. Are they able to evaluate on the time that you want? Is it a lengthy process? Are the documentations very cumbersome? Go with a state that is friendly to an IEN, internationally educated nurse, or a foreign nurse. Texas Board is very friendly. People use that a lot. People use Florida a lot. New York is another one. You can choose to use New York Board directly to do your evaluation, or you can choose to use CGFNS so that you can have a report, so that when you're doing license endorsement, when you have to go to another state to work, then you have a report that that CGFNS has, or they have your record. It makes things a little bit smoother when you do an endorsement. So you have to always read and figure out what the puzzle is saying and how to match the puzzle for it to make sense. If you are not matching the state's demand to the evaluation demand, board of registration, everything has to be intertwined. You will be doing a background check and a fingerprint process. That is where you don't have to have any questionable backgrounds, any crimes. Some jobs or state board to tell you, even if you're an ex-convict or you have some federal crimes or anything you've committed, some of the states are willing to employ you. So that should not be a deterrent. That should not stop you from looking through this process. I am just trying to go through all the questions that I get on a daily basis. The sun is out, my sunroof is open. All the questions that most people ask: should I pursue this? Is the timing right? Am I going to wait for long? When is the retrogression over? Just get in line, and it's worth pursuing. The most important thing is how to figure out how to enter the country. And as you get into the US, you'll be able to navigate better or figure out which state is good for you and your family, or if you're alone. And you always have the right to move. An average American moves 8 to 10 times in their lifetime. The states are out there. The country is a huge country. You have 50 options to choose from. If Ohio doesn't work for you, California might work for you. If California doesn't work for you, Hawaii might work for you. Puerto Rico might work for you. Florida, Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire, Georgia, all the states can work for you. So just do this process. Don't have doubts. If you are confused about the paperwork, they're asking you to submit this. You need an FBI investigation card. You don't know how to do it. You need a police investigation. You need this and that. UPC provides all these services, and you can reach out to us and we'll be able to help you through the process. Don't be discouraged. If you've written NCLEX and you failed, that is not the end of the world. People have taken it 6-7 times and they end up getting it at the end of the day. And I believe it's doable. Just invest in a good tuition, sacrifice some time, get off social media. It needs a whole lifestyle overhaul. Cut off a lot of things that are not necessary. All this staying on TikTok and watching videos. No, if you're watching NCLEX material, good for you. But you need to have a dedicated time where you can go to a library to study. You should be able to have some personal time away from the family and kids. Go hide somewhere and study at least 2 hours non-stop. Deep concentration is needed. If you can do 2 hours of every day, at least by 8 weeks you should be able to have the concept together and then do practice questions, get Q banks from UWorld and all. We have so many other question banks you can get, ATT and all that, and you can study on there and do practice questions. I wish you all the best. Subscribe to my channel, share my video. I know you've missed me, I've missed you too, and I'm so grateful to be here in this beautiful summer. I'm on another travel assignment somewhere in the country, so I'm always on the move, but I promise to be back. Thank you for supporting. I've been on YouTube for 4 years sharing content, and I'm glad I'm able to do this to help somebody. Through me, so many people have been able to come to the US. They've been able to get their license after so many times that they have tried, and I'm grateful that I am impacting life in a positive way, and I'm glad I'm doing this. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.